Boxing professionals have now sent serious warnings to Gervonta Davis to pull out of the fight after seeing Frank Martin's training footage.
Tank Davis, without showing him any respect, then we should see a different type of outing. However, if he...
Many factors have contributed to this, as Tank Davis's ring rush is also a big thing they're heavily considering. I think that Tank beats him. If we haven't seen, surprisingly, the title fight on Saturday between Frank Martin and Gervonta Davis seems to be going the other way around. Gervonta Davis is the one widely predicted to be the favorite. However, for the first time, many boxing professionals are warning Gervonta Davis against his opponent, who seems more prepared than the Baltimore champion. Many events have added up, making many professional boxers rethink their decision in throwing all their support behind Gervonta Davis, and the latest one is training footage from Frank Martin.
I think that Tank beats him. We haven't seen.
Frank Martin has been the dutiful fighter, doing everything he ought to do ahead of the fight, while Gervonta Davis is the reckless one who's taken little seriously and is the most inactive of the two fighters. Notably, Davis will defend his World Boxing Association lightweight title against the undefeated Frank Martin in the main event, while the co-main event will see former 168-pound champion David Benavidez move up to the light heavyweight division to challenge former champion Alexander Usyk for the interim World Boxing Council title. Davis is one of the best punchers in boxing, having knocked out 93% of opponents he's faced. A former junior lightweight world champion, Davis was recently elevated by the World Boxing Association to full champion, marking his first title at lightweight. Martin has risen from top prospect to a dangerous contender in the lightweight division under the tutelage of Derek James, the Boxing Writers Association of America's Trainer of the Year. 2022, Martin has defeated solid opponents in each of his last two fights, but is looking at a major step up in Davis.
Was to come out here, and beat him. I'm ready to take the spot, and I'm here for a reason. I ain't here just to be here. I'm here to take this shit over.
And what do you feel like sets you apart?
The Gervonta Tank Davis versus Frank Martin card, featuring David Benavidez versus Alexander Usyk, will take place at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, one of the most historic venues in all of boxing. The MGM Grand Garden Arena has hosted major fights including Evander Holyfield versus Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao, and Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder. This weekend's card will be the 100th boxing event to take place at the MGM Grand Garden Usyk Arena. Davis has been a world champion at junior lightweight and now lightweight, knocking out virtually every opponent that's crossed his path. Most recently, Davis took on Ryan Garcia in April 2023, winning by 7th-round knockout in one of the most anticipated and most watched fights of the past few years. Davis is ranked NO2 at lightweight and No8 PB for pound by the Ring. ESPN ranks him No2 at lightweight and No7 PB for pound. Martin is trained by Derek James, who also trained former unified welterweight champion Errol Spence and former undisputed 154 PB champion Joel Charlo. Survival mode right now is not good enough. It's why I came out on a mission. Co-op and Sting. The sound of that. Frank Martin is 18-0 with 12 wins by knockout. Martin is one of the top contenders at lightweight and will be challenging for his first world title on Saturday. The best win of his career came in December 2022 when he beat fellow undefeated contender Michael Rivera by unanimous decision. Opening up that contest, Joseph George will meet another nice shot to the body by Martin. Nice three-punch combination by Martin follows it up with three more. He since fought one time, beating then undefeated Arden Hunan by unanimous decision in a less than stellar fight. He now steps up to face Davis, by far the toughest opponent of his career. Martin is ranked number 5 at lightweight by both The Ring and ESPN. Hurt Yong now Mar goes for the kill, and he gets it aggressive. Gervonta Davis is one of the best knockout punchers in the sport, but like many big punchers, he's not particularly active in the ring until he finds his opening and puts his opponent's lights out. Davis throws the second fewest punches per round in all of boxing with an average of 33.2, but he is top 10 in connect percentage, landing 35.2% of his punches. Davis's output in the ring may not be very high, but when he does throw, he tends to connect at a high rate. Left from Davis, an uppercut dispatching him on the canvas and jack. While he's top 10 in total connect percentage, Davis has boxing's second best power punch connect percentage, landing 47.7% of power punches thrown. Davis tends to lose lots of rounds due to a relative lack of activity in the ring, but it is almost inevitable that he will find a hole and capitalize with a brutal knockout shot. Sadly, many boxing professionals aren't even counting on that anymore, especially after seeing Frank Martin's training footage, where he displayed insane knockout strength and great footwork ahead of the fight. In the footage, Frank Martin was seen alongside his trainer, Derek James, doing some pad work, working on his jabs, his punching power, his punching angles, his in-ring movement, and his music footwork. After all of these, the Ghost quickly jumped on the punching bag to further work on his punch power, which made a lot of boxing fans amazed, especially considering the fact that Derek James, who recently trained Ryan Garcia en route to his big win over Devin Haney, a fan took to his comment section and wrote, "Frank is looking sharp as a razor blade, boy, let's go Team Frank." The comment of another fan. Music reads, "Smartest fighter Tank is GNA fight, hands down a devoted fan of Ben Davis," with his shocking admission regarding Frank Martin, commenting on an all-time fan of Tank. "But this time around, I think he is handling it harder than all his other matches. I don't know why you all are underestimating Frank Martin." Finally, the last fan, who seemed neutral, felt Frank Martin was going to put up a good fight regardless of the result. Win or lose, he's going to put up a good fight. Can't wait for this. These fans, shockingly, were quickly joined by professionals who responded through interviews and tweets, finally giving Frank Martin a chance over Ben Davis. On scene, Frank Martin's training footage. World Boxing Organization super lightweight champion Tu Lopez believes Martin could inflict the first defeat of Davis's career, and he explained how in a recent interview. "I think if Frank Martin goes and presses Tank Davis without showing him any respect, then we should see a different type of outing. However, if Martin comes in there just respecting the power and the height behind Gervonta Davis, then I believe it will be an early night for Frank Martin." To look at Martin's unanimous decision victory over Herod Union last summer, and you'll see the Ghost did a nice job of peppering the German boxer with body-head combinations, moving him around the ring against Davis. Martin should look to unload his offense and move himself. Doing so will allow Martin to garner points and remain out of harm's way. Again, has had all of his fight in this very ring. You know it's going to help me. And he didn't come in like a rusty fighter. Martin cannot afford to get overzealous and lured in by Tank, often stepping into the phone booth and trying to exchange with Davis over several sequences could spell the beginning of the end for Martin, courtesy of Davis's generational knockout power, and that goes back to the first key of landing output and resetting. That's it for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Turn on the bell for the latest notifications so that you never miss out on videos like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.